快点，今天的球衣是穿哪一件？啊，这件很像金块队。
Can separate you in a game of basketball.
And
it's NBA basketball on 2K, and with tip-off coming up.
Well, guys,
interesting strategy, DA. Thank you. Jordan shoots a high percentage from the field. You can't fault him for using that logic. Partway through the season, some rookies are starting to hit that wall, that imaginary rookie wall. Doris, what can they do to power through it and continue?
You know, Kevin, I think this is where having the great leadership of veterans who understand what these young guys are going through, and then they help them, right? So they understand, one, nutrition becomes important, so that's part of the conversation. Getting the appropriate rest, right? You can't go burning the candle at both ends, and so much of a rookie's experience or a young guy's experience in the league is shaped by the veterans around them.
All right, let's set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. So for Oklahoma City right now, Westbrook and Ferguson, their backcourt. Anthony is out there with Paul George, and it's Adams in at the 5 roaming the paint. Oklahoma City on D. They come into this having outplayed the Clippers last game.
Yeah, tough place to play on the road, and you just saw how comfortable they were shooting the basketball.
Amazing, Greg, that the hostile environment had zero effect. Instead, they embraced the challenge and absolutely shot lights out.
Yep, that one goes.
Well, how strong does Russell Westbrook venture into the paint? He is outstanding this close to the rack.
Picked by Griffin. Down low, here's Jordan. That shot off the mark. Adams, some nice D. Over to the left wing. Ferguson misses.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Johnson kicks to Rivers. And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. And he makes that one. Rivers has got his first points of the game.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Goes up off the pick.
Oh! Look at that. The absolute ferocity from Russell Westbrook. The rim. My goodness, how you feeling?
That was a terrific replay brought to you by Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment. Here's Teodosic. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Griffin against Anthony. Johnson for 3. Thunder with the rebound. In the corner, George with it. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. And Paul George, the 10th overall pick in 2010 out of Fresno State. I'm not sure anyone realized, Doris, he'd be this good when he first got into the league.
No, you make a great point, Kev, because the physical tools were there, but his work ethic to keep adding layers to his game has been truly a thing to watch. This guy's got a chance to win league MVP before it's all said and done.
Here's Griffin, following the basket by Russell Westbrook. Here's Teodosic, and the three off target.
Boy, all sorts of space around him. If he can't hit those, the defense not going to worry too much about him.
The Clippers trail. Oh, Griffin in position, and it goes out of bounds.
What?
That one's off Anthony. Let's bring up the 2K leaderboard and see which teams made the most of their opportunities on the offensive glass this month. The Clippers in second. Fifth on the list, the Thunder.
The effort has clearly been there for both teams on the backboards, and you can see it showing up in terms of points off those second chance opportunities.
Johnson for three. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Anthony with the screen on Griffin. Westbrook passes to Adams. The wide open look here for Anthony. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Here's Teodosic. He's covered by Westbrook. And that one's good, Teodosic.
And that's a great piece of work to get to the hoop there. Just tore the D to shreds.
Sure. He can't get that one to fall. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. They come into this one following a loss to the Thunder.
And despite the outcome, I think they'll feel a little better about that game. There are a lot of positives that they can take away from that performance.
Well, you hope they learn from the experience, and it's a shame it had to come at the expense of a loss because they did play well enough to win.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth physical basketball, guys.
Now here's Anthony. Really played well against the Clippers in his last outing. Looking to end the run. Westbrook can't get it to go. Los Angeles leading by 5. You look at the success that Coach Billy Donovan has had both at the college level at Florida and his first few years in the NBA at Oklahoma City. Doris, he very much feels at home in playoff and pressure situations.
Well, certainly Billy D has a lot of experience managing a team in a postseason setting. This is a guy who always tinkers during the regular season to find different angles to help his guys. Billy Donovan, one of those guys increasingly who you don't want to see in a 7-game series.
They set the pick. The pass to Carmelo. That's good, and so Westbrook comes up with the assist. Anthony's got himself on the board with 3 there.
How smart is Melo when using that screen? Just curls right around it. Good position from him. Nice.
Griffin dishes to Rivers. And another 3 for the Clippers.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Thunder trailing by 7. Now Westbrook. Another guy who really kicked it up a notch for them in that Clippers game. And the dunk by Westbrook.
You cannot give Russell Westbrook a lane to the basket. This guy will slam it in your face quicker than you can say boo.
Teodosic, the pass to Johnson. Jordan sets the pick for Johnson. Rivers with it. 5 points in the game. There's the dish to Griffin. 6 to shoot. It's hauled in by Adams. It's Carmelo Anthony on the wing. Fires the 3 and released it in time, but it's off the mark. The offense coming free and easy as we wrap up the first quarter. Los Angeles on top, leading by 5. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. And Blake Griffin grew up playing the game alongside his older brother. His dad was his coach, and he credits his brother for
watching him kind of go through the process.
Well, talking about taking the right course, we know that the older brother of Blake Griffin, 3 years older, you know, he played, as did Blake, for their dad Tommy in high school, and they were terrific high school players and 4-time state champions.
I mean, it always helps to have a big brother who's kind of been there and done that and can share those experiences with you. Doesn't hurt to have a dad also who was a pro player either. And also,
调一下。哎，中心连线。
A college. Coach.
OK。再看这样会不
And now
会
the？second quarter just getting set to start.
有一个
And
原因应该
before we
是我
move
的
on, what do you
2K 声
guys
音太
think
大
about what
声。
we've seen so far from the clip?
等一下，我再调一下好了。调原本。就是我的2K 的声音太大声。实况报道音量，整个。一起下就好。
Listen, early on taking the league, I just like their approach offensively.
I think their play calling has been exceptional. They've played with purpose and they've played with
这样应
aggression.
该比较
We've
不
got
会那么大
Reed.
声。
Williams is out there with Evans. Then
其实
there's
主要
Griffin,
是
and
那
it's
个播
Williams
报
at
员
the
声音太
small
大声
forward， position. They're the group out there for the Clippers starting the second quarter.
把它调小一
Griffin
点。
sets the screen for Williams. Reed a screen. Williams kicks to Williams. Shot from the wing. Offensive rebound. Outside Williams. He feeds it to Griffin.
包括手死
Over
啊！
Anthony.
看
And
来
a
是啊
pick
，shit！
bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in.
哎，呱呱今天守
And the
Griffin
Clippers
守得
lead
很
by
好。
3. One of the most impressive things about Blake
现实
Griffin
生
is
活中。
great when he gets out and runs the open floor.
Yeah, not to mention his ability to run the break himself. A terrific ball handler, even under pressure, and one of the best passers at the 4 in the league, if not the best.
And here's Anthony for 3.
Carmelo.
And it's Anthony again missing.
Well, I tell you, still looking for that first 3 of the second quarter. He had one to open this game in the
控
first.
中锋好。控我的真大腿。
Outside Williams. Solid play in the low block in that
可
one.
是他也快，
Really
他也
nice
快要
job
过
inside
巅
that
峰
time.
期
The
了吧？
defense unable to react quick enough to stop him. Boy, he is fast.
Westbrook with it. And Griffin picks him up defensively. And Westbrook, here we go.
Oh,
Russell Westbrook making the game
Russell
look
Westbrook.
easy. A shoot first point guard who can catch fire.
Clippers leading by 3. Evans dishes to Reed. To the wing right side.
my
And
God！
Griffin slams it in.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. And finished off by Westbrook.
随
I
便
like
切
when。coach says stay in front of Westbrook.
Oh,
Good
shame.
luck with that. He blasts to the cup.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. Griffin sets the screen for Evans. Williams with a clean look. Off target from three-point range. Thunder trailing by 3. And here's Anthony from the arc. Here's
八股
Ferguson.
三，真大腿狂抢板。
Outside Anthony. That's good, and so
Camilo.
Westbrook comes up with the assist. Westbrook's
bam,
got his
bam.
4th assist in this one.
Just so fluid on all his shots. No hesitation from Melo on the catch and shoot.
And just over 3.5 minutes
Waiting,
here in
waiting.
the second quarter.
Yeah, blown opportunity after the two-man game creates a terrific look.
Well, he simply misfired. You've got to capitalize when the screen opens up wide open shots like that.
And George kicks to Westbrook. And here's George. He's coming off a 31-point game against the Clippers.
有了吧？
Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. George has got the lead up to 2 now for the Thunder.
And the Clippers are known as a high wire act, and rightfully so with their stars. This team is also one that can at times lock it down defensively. I don't think they get enough credit for what they do on that side of the ball. Oh, great effort there. That's how.
为什么？
Well, that's just stellar interior defense. You can't ask for anything more than that.
So for the Clippers, DeAndre Jordan stepped in for Willie Reed. Austin Rivers comes in for Rivers, and Teodosic subbed in for Evans. The Clippers not a team known for their defense, but quite often the last few years, it's been the deciding factor for them in games.
Yeah, I think it starts with the pressure they place on ball handlers. They can throw double teams or pick up far out from the hoop.
我明天他们电脑只打得赢那个
to erase mistakes as well.
那种什么魔术队、
Blake
韩
Griffin, a free
队。
agent this past summer, ended up staying with the Clippers while others departed.
我觉得打那个太累了。
after CP3 left, but Griffin enjoyed the team, and they offered him a huge contract. You felt as though he flew under the radar a bit in free agency, due maybe to his history of injuries.
George with the screen on Williams. Anthony drives in, pass to Ferguson.
法鼓山。
Anthony down low, defended by Griffin.
法鼓山目前外线还没有进过。
He's got 14. Goes back up and stolen by Jordan.
法鼓山的那个，我觉得他三分没有调上去。
And Williams gets it to go on the assist by Rivers. Williams has got his second bucket of the night. Oklahoma City's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Westbrook with it, and Griffin picks him up defensively. Adams in the corner.
法鼓山。
Ferguson.
哦，哎。
The kick out to Westbrook. Oklahoma City gets it back. Outside Anthony. Takes the three.
Carmelo.
It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
Well, there's no consistency from the field.
超级好，没有，我觉得那个电脑它这个给你开挂啊。还是69，对，还没调过啊。
No hesitation at all on the alley-oop. Saw his teammate with a pat to the hoop, and bang, lobbed it right up there for him to finish.
And he was ready for it when he elevated and made the catch. From deep three-point range, no good trying to beat the buzzer. And so it's a close.
法鼓山没有调啊，看来我不能用它，我只能先用个，哎，我用 Grant 来打好了。三分球，哎，三分球来租哦。Belton， 哎，没有一支准的，只有 Abrinas 可以用。
Game as we. Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
法鼓山的三分球应该也要调到个至少10加以上。
A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. At the end of one, they were able to end up with a 5-point lead. The second quarter was a heated battle, and they were only outscored by 1, ending the half with a 4-point lead. And taking a look at the Clippers, Kenny, what did you see out there?
Well, I think to shoot a high percentage, your offense has to be in sync. And in the first half, those guys were sharing the basketball, playing.
And that will wrap up our halftime report, as it's just...
Welcome back to Los Angeles, folks. There are about 20 freeway interchanges just like that in the LA area. You can believe that. Welcome back, everyone. The second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far. Well, you look at Russell Westbrook in this game. He has... Thunder trailing by 4. So the Thunder 5 right now on the wings of Abrinas and George. Anthony is out there with Adams, and it's Westbrook in at the 1 spot. Who are some of the guys that surprise you with their toughness on a nightly basis in the NBA?
You know, you have to think historically, pound for pound, in the history of the NBA, the toughest single guy was Allen Iverson.
Cool.
For me, the current iteration, and I'm not saying that Isaiah Thomas is Allen Iverson, they're drastically different players because Isaiah doesn't have that kind of athleticism that AI had early. by Isaiah at 5'9" to continually find his way into the paint, to be willing to attack the bigs, to absorb the kind of pounding he does, and get himself into the MVP conversation. Kevin, really, that was incredible.
LeBron probably takes, for a guy his size, to think he can dish it out. But I'm telling you, I think he gets whacked all the time.
I think, Kevin, this is the single hardest guy in the NBA to officiate today. And frankly, I do not believe LeBron James goes to the foul line as much as he deserves.
受到严重干扰还是进。
Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. Johnson the screen. Outside Griffin. Pass to Teodosic. Back to Griffin. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. 4 on the clock. Jordan sets the pick for Rivers.
没了。
Second chance shot, and he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Steven Adams picks one up.
And this spot is always been Jordan's biggest drawback. He's never been able to make his free throws at even a modest rate, and teams are never afraid to put him on the line.
And when you watch Russell Westbrook play, he's one of the most competitive players in the NBA.
And with the way he attacks the rim and plays with just no abandon, I mean, this guy is no joke. Absolutely wills himself and his team to just do things that few others can, and relentless from the first quarter to the last whistle.
Sure. And that one, good. Griffin's got 10 points in the game. On the wing, George. He's guarded by Johnson. And then George with the jam.
Yeah, Kevin, there are nights where it's impossible to stop Paul George. He is such a strong
Wesley Johnson,
through these plays. Well, Paul George has made himself into one of the premier two-way perimeter players in the NBA. I think you have to put him in that category with Kawhi Leonard and LeBron James. He can take over a game in every facet, guys.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Sam Decker's checked in for Griffin, and Thornwell subbed in for Wesley Johnson.
And that's as high percentage as it gets for Jordan. He has shot over 65% for his entire career.
Williams, he's checked in for Teodosic. And Paul George, capable of carrying a team offensively while also locking down the other team's top wing.
And that, to me, Kev, is one of the hardest things to do in this league, to expend the energy necessary to be an elite two-way player. Paul George is the real deal.
Well, Doris, you've said this many times. Few players as competitive as Russell Westbrook in the league. He goes full speed from start to finish, and you get the feeling he would play the entire game if his coach let him.
What I love most about Russell Westbrook is how much this guy just loves to compete. And it's that mentality that allows him to take over games, even if things aren't falling his way. It's hard to think of a guy who wants to win more in the league.
Clippers leading by 3. Pass to Thornwell. The 17-footer. Good on the jump shot. Right around 3 minutes into the second half. Here's George. That doesn't go either for George. Clippers have gone 4-6 from the field since the start of the third. Pops it up for Jordan, and DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
And how about the vertical of Jordan, easily rising up for the timely alley-oop slam.
Great way to see the alley-oop. That replay courtesy of Under Armour. Another unleash chaos moment.
Hey,
that's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over it.
Outside Williams, and there's the foul. That's on Steven Adams. That's his third foul of the game. Jordan the screen. Williams kicks to Rivers. Right side, Jordan. Shot clock at 5.
Westbrook has the ability to create havoc with his athleticism to challenge shots.
Here's George. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Westbrook's got 6 assists here tonight. Los Angeles leading by 5. Williams a screen on Westbrook. Rivers passes to Jordan. Dishes it to Williams. Aprinas with a rebound. Thunder shooting it well here in the third, about 50%. Outside, George. The kick out to Westbrook. Outside, and he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Now just a three-point Clipper lead. Los Angeles has gone 3-7 tonight from three-point territory. Outside, Williams shoots the three, drills the three-pointer. Williams has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three.
And that's what you give up when you don't fight over the screen.
Right, the effort could have been so much better. You've got to be willing to fight through that screen. There's no question about it.
It's good. And that's 12 points for Carmelo Anthony.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
Here's Rivers. He's got 5. It's stolen by Adams. And now the fast break. Westbrook with the ball. 26 seconds left to play in the third. Out to the right wing. Lock at 6. Kicks it to Carmelo. Anthony missing again.
Well, this is a tough night so far. They'd be smart to rely more on a couple of their other options.
Lets a floater go. It's blocked. And is out of bounds to the Clippers as the Clippers retain possession. Here's Griffin. Missed. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. The Clippers on top, leading by 4. We'll be back shortly live from Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles. Let's take a listen to a recent huddle from Coach Billy Donovan.
We got to now start to anchor down to...
Thanks for joining us again as we get set for the fourth quarter. A terrific game so far. Los Angeles leading by 4. The heart of the team at the 4 and the 5. Griffin and Jordan. Teodosic out there with Rivers. And it's Williams at the 3 spot. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
And it's Westbrook missing.
Just a little hesitation on that release, right? His timing looked a bit off.
Williams double team. Jordan the screen. Griffin kicks to Rivers. The three-pointer no good. Thunder trailing by 6. It's George on the wing. The three-pointer off the mark. Inside, it's stolen by Adams. Anthony on the wing, defended by Griffin. No good from the wing.
And a surprise he doesn't knock that down. Defense a little too lax that time.
And the pass to Teodosic. Jordan with a screen on Westbrook. Teodosic, no good. Well, Thunder have gone 0 of 3 to start the fourth quarter. Left side, Westbrook. Six on the shot clock. And finished off by Westbrook.
I can't imagine the energy expended by Russell Westbrook. Always a threat to score, even when he's getting knocked around.
Now Rivers. Inside, Jordan. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
All stops the dunk there. The best outcome.
Hey,
Greg, when you look at all the dunks that DeAndre Jordan has on his resume, it's pretty impressive.
And Jordan, I feel, is even underrated with his dunking ability. Very agile. You can see that in warm-ups as well as the dunk contest. His unmatched power when attacking the rim, really unprecedented. He may be the best athlete in the league.
Kevin, how fast does Russell Westbrook get off the ground? Defender. you're in trouble.
Clippers leading by 3. Jordan the screen. Jordan with the screen on Westbrook. Johnson in the corner. Los Angeles with another miss. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Bring this with the bucket.
Well, Westbrook can be a pass-first mentality when necessary. How about the recognition from the crafty guard?
And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Here's Griffin, and he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And the foul goes against Oklahoma City.
You know, it's kind of cool looking back at the career Carmelo Anthony has enjoyed. He helps his college team to their first ever title. He's a 10-time All-Star in the NBA. And the list just keeps on going for Melo. It's awesome.
We're in the final quarter of play here. 3 minutes in. The shot's good.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
The Clippers in the lead.
Hey,
and Everyone's going to want Melo to deliver and win a title, but he's done so much and won at so many different levels, he shouldn't have anything else left to prove.
No, I couldn't agree more, Kev. He's a proven scorer at the NBA level. He's got multiple golds in international play. And Melo just one of 3 guys to score 10,000 points with 2 different teams. Elvin Hayes and Kareem are the only 2 others.
That gives them the lead. And that's now 25 points for Russell Westbrook.
The seasoned veteran, the big shot maker, Russell Westbrook.
Feeds to Griffin. He kicks to Rivers. And again, it's the Clippers missing. The Thunder have gone 5 of 8 shooting as we've come down the home stretch in this final quarter.
Nice.
Wasted no time on that one. Now it's a 4-point Oklahoma City lead. For Los Angeles, they've gone just 1 of 6 in the field to start the fourth quarter.
Offensive foul.
A slowdown for them right now.
Oh, great defense. They anticipated the play and got there first.
And the Clippers making a change here. Williams is checked in. Coach is liking what he's seeing from his offense.
And guys, they put the defense on the defensive.
There's the feed to Carmelo.
Carmelo.
And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. 17 points for Carmelo Anthony.
You know, Kev, his 3-point shot can be streaky from game to game and season to season, but Melo's certainly a threat from out there.
Johnson for 3. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Westbrook's got his 4th rebound in this one. George with no one around. Jordan with the rebound. Jordan's got 13 rebounds in the game. Seeding. He dishes it to Williams. 1:15 left in the fourth quarter. Griffin's shot is off.
And it's not easy to get those stops at the rim, but he does a great job with it.
Yeah, he can make it look simple on the interior when it's really not. He knew exactly how to guard on the inside.
Here's Westbrook, and he goes big with a dunk right over DeAndre Jordan.
Defender in his grill, and Russell says, "Let me shake you off, sir. I've got to score this."
Los Angeles has gone ice cold from 3-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter. Here's Jordan. That's good again. His 7th basket, 7 for 10 from the floor.
That's a nice little outside in play right there. Good feed into the post and a solid finish.
And George, here we go.
And saving their best for last. Tremendous run here to seal the win.
Well, this is exactly how you put teams away. Late game execution leads to a tremendous win.
Los Angeles calls timeout. They trail by 9. 43 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Russell Westbrook.
And guys, no doubt who our pick was going to be. He's made everyone else on the court look like they're playing at half speed. It's been total domination, and you can't help but just sit back and admire that performance.
He's really seemed to feed off the hostile environment he's been faced with tonight. A platoon swap here for the Clippers.
收到了啦。
travels out of
哎
bounds. It was last touched
他为
by
什么不把
George.
球接起
So
来？
close to
用屁
getting
股
the
去碰。
steal there, but the deflection equally as effective.
Right. I mean, that's solid defense. At the very least, you like seeing them muck it up and make things difficult.
Evans with it on the wing. Williams. Read a screen. 30 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
And that's a tough one, but on those illegal screen calls, the defender's never going to get the benefit of the doubt.
And that's true. The officials used to be pretty lenient on those, but not anymore.
We've got 28 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Outside Anthony. 16 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Shot clock at 6. And the lead now, double digits on that bucket. And now an 11-point Thunder lead.
I'll tell you, when you're the visiting team, it can be hard to maintain focus, but not tonight.
No, I think that they've been locked in during this game. They didn't let the opposing crowd get to them at all. This has been pure domination.
All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
我刚
For
一
Dorisburg,
直以为
David
输了。
Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and
呱呱19分，17中8，将近50%命中。龟龟的就几10分。看一下呱呱得分，看完就在睡了。OK， 睡觉，8K 晚安啦 ，Good night。